Like that nice marker noise. So how I chose these games was I listed all the games I played in the year, and I basically pit them against each other. Do I like this game more than this game? Do I like this game more than this game? And it took about an hour of heated debate in my mind, multiple personalities, and I came to a list of eventually like, yeah, I guess this is the list. And we'll start with number 10, and I'm going to put this not right there because you can't see it. And you can't see me. Look, where'd I go? I look like a whiteboard. Oh, perfect. I can put it right here. Oh, that's going to fall and break everything I own. Perfect. Okay, Axiom Verge is the number 10 game of the year. You can't even see it. This is a very professional show. Very professional. Why do I even have this whiteboard? You know what? You can go fuck yourself. Axiom Verge is another game I played about a week and a half ago. There was a bunch of games, about 5 or so I bought on Steam that I wanted to play, like Undertale. And Axiom Verge was one of them. And this game is so smart and clever, and it's the best Metroid game in a long time, except for maybe another game later in the list. Really enjoy it. It's very creative, and like the teleport mechanic was something I did not expect, and was completely original, at least from any of the Metroidvanias I've ever played. I do really like that genre. It's gorgeous. It's also made by one person, which is, if you want to feel bad about yourself and feel unaccomplished, that's a great way to do it. It's so much fun. It's a great game. I mean, the bosses are ridiculous. Like, this boss was really cool. They all have like a secret way to get to them that you're not quite sure. Like, oh, and then you find that, like, this one in particular, like, oh, this is a good strategy. I didn't think of that at first. Very creative, very original. My one complaint was there's no like teleporting or quick way to get around. Like, there's this one area that's like a travel passageway to all the areas, but getting around to find all the secrets after I beat the game, I didn't want to do. Still, very fun game. Like, it was just, it reminded me how much I love Metroidvanias and how long it's been since we've had one from Nintendo, or one that's even, or like even a Castlevania, 2D Castlevania that's good. We just get a bunch of garbage now. That's basically all we do. We just get a bunch of garbage, and we have to pretend we like a bunch of garbage. Should I even bother continuing to write on this stupid ass whiteboard? I should have just wrote everything on here already. Fucking moron. When I write on this for the next one, I'll write on the board while I talk about it. Super Mario Maker. Admittedly, I'm not a big Mario fan because I'm terrible. Absolutely terrible at Mario games. And I also like making a lot of noise that's going to get picked up on the mic and making, just make things annoying. But I ended up playing Super Mario Maker, and I streamed a lot of it. And had people, just here's my level, and I'd go and play their goofball ridiculous level. And it's a ton of fun, and I love creating the levels themselves, even though 5 people play them, and I love just going in there and being like, let's see what's up today. Let's play this. Let's play this random thing. Let's play this random thing. And it's so much fun to do, and I don't really like. I'm not a big Mario guy, but I really had a lot of fun with it, and it made me better at Mario. It made me feel like, oh, this is how people who are good at Mario are supposed to feel playing Mario. Like, I always felt confused and stupid in my life, not in Mario, but also in Mario. And this game made me realize, like, oh, okay, you can do this. You can throw the shell and then jump on this thing, and like, the ingenuity that's shown in this community is great. I love it, and I do want to play more of it. It's a never-ending Mario game, which, even if you're not a huge Mario fan, is pretty good. Pretty good. Number 8. I don't even know what number 8 is, but I think I know. Yep. Fallout 4. God damn it. Google Docs, piece of shit. Fallout 4, clearly, you can't see the stuff down there. There's more Fallout shit down there. I'm a big Fallout fan. Now, Fallout 4 did disappoint me a lot, and that is why it is so low, relatively. Because this game has a lot of problems, not just technical problems, I'm talking design problems, in terms of the crafting is kind of a mess, the town settlement building is a mess. The combat, I think, somehow is worse than Fallout 3, at least from my recollection of Fallout 3. But still, I love this world. This post-apocalyptic world is so interesting to me and so beautiful and solitary. I love exploring it and seeing what's like. There's missions where you go in there, you just go into a building, and the entire mission takes place in the building, and it's so interesting and fun to me, and I love seeing what's around it. The next corner. I love how it tells a story, even if it's jumbly, and the story itself. Immediately, I just finished the Memory Den. That's just, after 40 hours. That's all I did. It's a lot of fun. It's conflicting because I love the game. I love what it's going for, and I love all these things about it. But there's so much wrong with it. I'm like, no, it's held back. It's held back by some of the stupid shit that was also in Fallout 3, but now that I'm older and I know what I know now, and I've played games like Witcher 3, I've seen it done better. And maybe, I was thinking about this, I already made my list and I made this whole thing, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm not changing the order. I don't know if Fallout 4 should be even this high on my list. I do really like the game, and I do still think of it very highly, but it was ultimately disappointing in a way that was like, in the same way if like you had a kid and you expected them, the stupidest fucking example, if you had a kid and they were going to be in the spelling bee or something, and they like failed in the first round, you'd be like, well, you qualified for the spelling bee, but kind of sucked at it, so you're disappointed that they did something great but then like fucked it up immediately. That's how I feel about Fallout 4. A beautiful disaster. Fallout 4. Number 7. Mad Max. Now, Mad Max is another game I played, and I'm still playing, because it actually is kind of long. The thing with Mad Max is just like Fallout 4. Oh, it's not perfect. Its ground combat is kind of a mess. I've said that word a lot, but it is also a mess. It's a fun mess. And the thing about Mad Max is driving around, like, oh my gosh, there's some of these moments where you have a guy in the back of your car with a harpoon gun. And when you aim the harpoon gun, it slows down time so that you can shoot out someone's tire, yank it off, and then your car goes like flying off. You can harpoon the driver out of the car, launch them into the air, and they just go crashing. And it's a beautiful display of technology too, because of the particle effects in here, and the shadows are so, like, because of the world's kind of desolate, it's a desert. It allows the shadows to go this crazy distance where you're looking off and you could see on the horizon, your shadow is 200 feet long, like it's this giant thing, and there's things exploding in the background, and there's people driving, and you'll see convoys, and they have a set route, and you can see them in the distance just by the smoke and the dust, I guess, that's coming up off their tires in this giant cloud. And it's so much fun to just wreck these other cars. It does perfect explosions. It's just fun. That's what this game is. It's not perfect. It's not, oh my gosh, this is, it's just so fun to play. And I was thinking about this too. It is the perfect movie game. This is probably the best movie game we've ever gotten. It's not based on a movie, but it's based on a movie universe in the same way the Batman games are, and it fits perfectly. Like, when it gets to night, it has the blue U like Fury Road did, and in the sunlight and seeing the effects, it feels like Mad Max. With the car combat, it's great. The car combat is so much fun, even if you can't really get to the point of like movie level ridiculousness, because that'd be impressive. But it's so much fun. I really enjoy this game, and I feel like it kind of got lost because of Metal Gear Solid 5, which may be on the list. Who knows? Anyway, Mad Max is great. Number 6, surprise, shocker, Resident Evil Revelations 2. Squeaky marker for you, Resident Evil. Oh, I write like a freaking 3rd grader. Yeah, that's how words are spelled. I'm a big fan of Resident Evil. Big fan, as evidenced by putting Revelation 2 on my list. And this game has a lot of moments that are the most Resident Evil 4 moments we've had in a long ass time. And they're great. They are so good. This is basically, if every single Resident Evil game from now on was this, I would be pretty damn happy about that. It is so much fun. I mean, there's moments where you go into a building and you got to collect the keys, and you're walking around, all of a sudden there's a monster loose here, and you got to solve, like, oh no, the ceiling's going down. Like, it fits all the Resident Evil stuff. It makes having 2 characters interesting in that one is like the main fighter, and the other one is more or less not defenseless, but they're kind of limited in what they can do. They can still run around and dodge, but they can't fight. They don't have a gun. Like one of the characters has a flashlight, and you can find hidden items. This is a flashlight now. This is a flashlight. You can find hidden items on the ground and all that. And the other character, oh, what was it? She can't be seen, or something weird like that. Like if she's not moving, she can't be seen. It was something weird, but it was something interesting. And she's also small. She's like a little kid, and she can fit on these little tables and do all these weird things. And it's just so much. I love Resident Evil, and this game was very much a return to form. It's got the crazy bosses. It's got all those moments where you're in like a mine shaft, and then it's not a mine shaft, it's a mine, and you're fighting dudes, and you're kind of hiding. You're seeing like, what the hell is that creature? And it's jumping out. There's a chainsaw guy, and it's exactly what I want from Resident Evil. It's not perfect, but it's exactly what I want from Resident Evil. And speaking of Resident Evil, I want them to play Until Dawn. I want them to make Resident Evil into 2 series, basically the RE4 Splinter and the Resident Evil remake Splinter, which it seems like what they're doing. But this game, it's so close to being like it's one of my favorite Resident Evil games, for sure. For damn sure. For damn sure. I didn't even show the pictures. I showed the pictures of Mad Max the whole time because I'm a genius. See, this is Moira. She's a flashlight, not a gun. Thanks for the help. And then it's got these new weird creatures that have like limbs that pop off. That's cool shit. I'm totally down for that. This is another... Resident Evil is great.